Hello students, today we will read the poem Wind written by Subramania Bharati. Here in the poem, the poet is talking to the wind. He asks the wind to come softly. So he is saying that the wind should not be very strong and loud. It should be soft and subtle. Then he says that the wind is very powerful, it is destructive, it breaks the shutters of the windows and scatters the papers. When the wind is very powerful, all the books which are kept on the shelf fall down. So here the poet is describing the power of the wind. Then he says to the wind to look at the destruction that it had done. Whenever there is a strong wind, all the things that are weak, like small plants, tiny children, etc., they all get scared and they can even fall and get hurt. We can say that in the initial part of the poem, the poet is referring to the wind as a young child. He is saying that it should come softly, just like a small child does. In the latter part, we come to know that the wind is destructive, just like a child. Just like a young boy or a young girl who is full of energy, violence, and destruction. Next, the poet uses the word crumbling. It is being repeated so many times to lay stress that everything crumbles or destroys in the face of a strong wind. So the writer is saying that when the wind is very powerful, it is very strong. It leads to the breakage of everything. Houses which are weak, they fall down. Doors which are weak, they also fall down. Beams on which the roof of the buildings are supported, they also fall down. All the wooden structures, all the bodies of people, animals, lives, hearts, they all fall down because of the powerful force of the strong wind. So the poet here is saying that everything crumbles, everything that is weak reacts by falling down and breaking in the face of adversity. So the poet is saying that whenever a weak person faces any adversity or challenge in life, he breaks down and he falls. After that, the poet has addressed the wind as the wind god. I think you have already seen the ladies who winnow the grains in their village. The people winnow grains to remove straws, unwanted dust particles found in grains there. So the wind god winnows all the things available at home. Doors, rafters, woods, bodies, lives, hearts. The wind god winnows everything and crushes or destroys all the things. When there is a strong wind, all the things that are weak, they fall and they get crushed. So the poet here wants us to make friends with the wind, that is the adversities in our lives. He says that the problems will not listen to us. They will come, so we should be prepared. In preparation, we should build strong homes and close the doors of our house firmly so that the wind cannot get into it. And then he says that we should also make our bodies strong and hearts firm to face these challenges. And then once we are strong enough for all the challenges, we will be like friends. We will not feel that they are troublesome. The poet is comparing the wind to God. He says that wind is God and we should praise wind every day. He adds that everything that is weak gets finished off in the face of strong wind, and all the things that are strong flourish and grow and become stronger, like the fire, like the strong fire. It flourish, it develop and becomes stronger in the face of the strong wind. But the weak fires, they get blown out because of the strong wind. So we should be like the strong fires. We should develop in the face of adversity or challenges of life. So we should make ourselves physically and mentally strong to face these challenges of life. And once we are strong enough, we will overcome the challenges, we will become friends with them, and then we will be happy that we had these challenges in our life because they help us to become stronger and a better person. Here wind is the symbol. Wind is a symbol, it refers to the challenges in life. The poet is using wind as a symbol for the adversities of life. Wind god winnows. Here wind winnows, W is repeated twice, so it is an alliteration. The wind has been personified in the poem. Wind has been personified in the poem many a time. When the poet says you are, he is referring to wind as you. That means the poet is treating wind as a human being. So the poem inspires us to face the challenges and hardships with courage, grit and firm determination. Wind is a symbol of problems and the obstacles which are to be dealt with without fear in our life. We can become friends with the wind or obstacles to cope with the hard situations.